Hi guys, so I've just sat down and it's taken me about a year, but over a year, but my stamina is starting to come back now. I found early on when I was going out that my stamina was running out very quickly, obviously because I've been sitting on my arse for 10 years, so not entirely shocking. One of the motivation tools I got to help me is this Fitbit. So this is the Fitbit Charge. I'm not getting the one with the heart rate monitor because I still have a thing about my heart rate. If I feel it going or I even see a number about it associated with it, it can freak me out sometimes. But that's because I spent so many years undergoing anxiety attacks and all that kind of stuff. So that's just kind of a shadow of what it was, but I still don't like seeing the numbers and things. But this is quite good because it counts the number of stairs I climb, counts my steps, gives me fitness goals. Since I started wearing it, I lost 6.5 pounds in the last 2 weeks. So gamifying your exercise is quite good, and it means that I'm getting the 10,000 steps in, which for my stride is about 5 miles a day. Some minor problems with weight and things because again I've been sitting on my bum for a very long time. My weight is quite high, so I do have some problems with my feet and things because again I'm not used to this much exercise. But yeah, it's quite a good way of exercising. But anyway, that's isn't really why I'm making this video. This video is because updates are coming. I was threatened right the way back when I made my first video to make tip videos for someone who's undergone agoraphobia. I've delayed and procrastinated on that for two reasons. The first one is I wanted to get my thoughts straight, and I'm now well established outside, so I know I have the ability to go out. I recently managed to get into the car with my girlfriend. She drove me to a beach 20 miles away, and I didn't have any major issues. She drove me over to Swansea, another beach over there. Lovely day out. A little bit anxious, but I got through it and I got to paddle around in the ocean and all that kind of stuff. So now that I've gone beyond my initial sort of 5 mile radius that I had achieved, and I've been able to go further beyond that. In fact, I'm actually planning a trip down to London to go and see my brother's my niece, I should say, my niece's christening. No, it's not my niece, I tell a lie, it's my nephew. I can't remember the family. I haven't seen them in years. So hopefully around the 7th or so, I'll be heading down to the sort of Maidstone area, and it's about 3 hours by car. It means a whole sort of day out there and sleeping in a new place and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sure any other agoraphobic who's listened to that thinks this is their idea of their absolute nightmare kind of thing. But it goes to show that it can be achieved, and I'm doing all these things. Haven't done it yet, and I am a little bit nervous about it. It's natural, and I was nervous about getting in the car as well and just going 20 miles down to the beach, and there's no issue as well. It really wasn't a big issue. I just made it worse in my mind than it is ever going to be. But now that I've sort of conquered that barrier, I'm a little bit more confident about making these tips videos because I know I'm not going to relapse, or well, there's always a chance you might relapse, but I'm being careful to the point where I'm not going to put myself in any situations where I think I may end up having big issues. So, but anyway, with that in mind, I'm going to go forward now, and at this very moment, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk about some of the tips and tricks I use to make going outside easier and manageable. A lot of it just came to willpower. But there are things to make it easier on yourself to reduce the issues you're having. So I will post some tip videos very shortly showing how I did it, the little tips and tricks I use to achieve what I've achieved so far. So thanks for watching me ramble. Hopefully the next video will be a little bit more interesting and more poignant to anything you might be going through if you're an agoraphobic, or if you know someone else who's an agoraphobic and you just want to make some suggestions.